Love and marriage. Love and marriage. The man who sat on that couch with his hand down his pants for 11 seasons is now 80 years old and holds a legitimate black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We are not making that up. But before we get to him, and we will, tell me honestly, who did you sit next to when that unforgettable theme song played? Was it your mom? Your dad? Your brother who kept changing the channel? Drop a quick comment below. I absolutely love reading your memories. Now, we are not going to make you sit through 20 minutes of filler to find the big names. We are starting right now with a genuine Emmy winner and one of the most beloved faces of the 90s. Let's go. She became America's favorite ditzy blonde at 15 and spent the next 3 decades proving she was anything but. We begin with Kelly Bundy. Christina Applegate had already been on television since she was 3 months old, appearing in her mother's arms on the soap opera Days of Our Lives back in 1972. Her mother, Nancy Pretty, was a singer and actress who could not afford a babysitter. So little Christina went everywhere she went. For all 11 seasons, she made Kelly Bundy the most lovable airhead on television. And the script for Legally Blonde actually came her way first. She turned it down, afraid of being typecast as another ditzy blonde after a decade as Kelly. The role went to Reese Witherspoon. Christina later called it, in her own words, a stupid move. But she did just fine on her own. She won the Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Guest Actress for her unforgettable turn as Rachel's sister Amy on Friends in 2003. And from 2019 to 2022, she delivered one of the finest performances of her career as Jen Harding on the Netflix series Dead to Me, earning an Emmy nomination for every single season. In 2021, during filming of that final season, Christina was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. She insisted on finishing the show, and she did. Christina Applegate is 54 years old today. From a baby in her mother's arms on a soap opera set, to an Emmy winner and one of the most courageous women in Hollywood. Christina was one half of the most hilarious sibling duo in sitcom history. Let's check in on her on-screen little brother, the kid who started acting at 3 months old, just like her. But unlike Christina, he also dropped a rap album in the 90s. The unluckiest teenager on television, the kid who could never get a date, the self-proclaimed Grandmaster B. David Faustino was 13 when he joined the cast, but his very first job came at 3 months of age on the Lily Tomlin special. He guest starred on Family Ties, Little House on the Prairie, and The Love Boat before he even hit middle school. Then came Bud Bundy. 257 episodes across all 11 seasons, from the very first day to the very last. In 1992, right in the middle of the show's run, David released a rap album called Ballistics under the name DeLil. He also co-founded the first hip-hop and funk club on the Sunset Strip at the legendary Whiskey A Go-Go. The show actually made fun of this. Bud's alter ego Grandmaster B was a direct parody of David's real-life rap ambitions. After the show, David found a second career in voice acting, voicing Mako in The Legend of Korra on Nickelodeon for 44 episodes. He also created, wrote, and starred in his own web series, Starving, in 2009, playing an exaggerated version of himself trying to reclaim the spotlight. David Faustino is 52 years old today, still creating, still performing. We have met the Bundy kids, but every great sitcom family needs neighbors. Coming up, the woman who played Marcy quietly became one of the most accomplished TV directors in the business. Her story is remarkable. The woman who drove Al Bundy insane for 11 straight years. And what she did behind the camera might impress you even more. Amanda Bearse played Marcy Rhoades, later Marcy Darcy, the uptight, constantly outraged next-door neighbor who could never win an argument against Al. Every scene between those two was absolute gold. Before Marcy, Amanda had starred in the cult horror classic Fright Night. In 1985, from fighting vampires to fighting Al Bundy, quite the shift. But while still appearing on the show, Amanda enrolled in directing courses at the American Film Institute and USC. Starting in '91, she directed 31 episodes of Married with Children, one of the very few women directing network television at that time. After the show, she went on to helm over 90 episodes across series like Reba, Dharma and Greg, The Jamie Foxx Show, and even Jessie, the '99 sitcom starring her old castmate, Christina Applegate. In 1993, Amanda became one of the first primetime actresses to publicly come out. And in a wonderfully meta moment, a 97 episode titled Les Be Friends had Amanda playing a dual role, both Marcy and Marcy's cousin Mandy. Amanda Bearse is 67 years old today, an actress who became a powerhouse director and a pioneer along the way. Marcy had 2 husbands on the show. The second one walked through that door and never left. And in real life, his arrival broke a legendary curse. Hollywood once called him the show killer. But Married with Children proved everyone wrong. And now, 4 decades later, he is having the best year of his entire career. Ted McGinley stepped into the role of Jefferson Darcy starting in season 5, Marcy's smooth-talking, freeloading second husband. Before Jefferson, Ted had already earned one of the most unusual titles in television. He had been a regular on Happy Days, The Love Boat, and Dynasty. Every single one ended shortly after he joined. The founder of Jump the Shark named him the patron saint of shark jumping. But Married with Children ran for 7 more seasons after Ted arrived. He once joked, "It took me 3.5 years to kill The Love Boat, 4.5 to kill Happy Days, 7.5 to kill Married with Children. I am hoping the next one takes me 10 years." Before Hollywood, Ted was captain of the water polo team at USC on a full scholarship, until he lost it after appearing in a sporting goods ad that violated NCAA rules. He left school, moved to New York, started modeling. A casting director spotted him in GQ, and that is how he ended up on Happy Days. And now, at 67, Ted McGinley is experiencing something truly special. He plays Derek Bishop on the Apple TV Plus series Shrinking, alongside Jason Sagal and Harrison Ford. Started as a recurring guest, promoted to series regular for season 2, now renewed for a 4th season. Rolling Stone called it career redefining. And Ted said it best. He called Shrinking the highlight of his career. The man they once called the show killer is now on one of the most beloved comedies on television. We have met Marcy's 2 husbands, but none of them could hold a candle to the queen of the Bundy household. The one who sat on that couch, ate bonbons, and never once cooked dinner. What she did after the show will genuinely surprise you. From big red hair and leopard print leggings, to a Golden Globe winner playing the most fearsome matriarch on cable television. Katey Sagal. If Ed O'Neill was the soul of the show, Katey was its heartbeat. Nobody could deliver a put-down to Al Bundy with more flair, more timing, and more style than Peggy. 3 Golden Globe nominations for Best Actress in a Comedy. That is how good she was. But long before Peggy Bundy, Katey had already lived an extraordinary life in music. She was a professional backup singer for Bob Dylan, Bette Midler, Etta James, and Gene Simmons of Kiss. She was a member of the Harlettes, Bette Midler's legendary backup group. And her godfather was Norman Lear, the man who created All in the Family, the godfather of the American sitcom. He introduced her parents to each other. After the show, Katey proved Peggy was only the beginning. She became the voice of Turunga Leela on Futurama, a role she has now played for over 2 decades, with the show still running. She carried 8 simple rules after the sudden passing of co-star John Ritter. And then came the role that changed everything. Gemma Teller Morrow on Sons of Anarchy, the warm, funny woman who once played TV's laziest housewife, transformed into the most ruthless matriarch on cable television. In 2011, she won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Television Drama. From Peggy Bundy to Gemma Teller, from bonbons on the couch to a Golden Globe on the shelf. Katey Sagal is 72 years old today, a backup singer for rock legends, a 3-time Golden Globe nominee for comedy, a Golden Globe winner for drama, a voice acting icon, and she is still going. Seeing Peggy and Kelly and Marcy again, it brings back so many memories, does it not? Let me know down below. How many of you secretly had a poster of Kelly Bundy or Peggy Bundy on your bedroom wall? Or maybe it was Marcy. Hey, no judgment here. Confess in the comments. I read every single one. Now, we have 2 names left. One walked away from the biggest sitcom on Fox to chase his dream on Broadway. The other is the man you have been waiting for since the first second of this video. We are almost there. The original neighbor, the first man to stand on that front porch, and the one who gave it all up because his heart belonged somewhere else. David Garrison played Steve Rhoades, Marcy's first husband, the straight-laced banker who thought he was the smartest man on the block. And every week, Al proved him wrong. David was there from the pilot in '87 through 3.5 seasons. Then he made a decision that stunned everyone. He asked to leave. Not over money, not over any disagreement, because he missed the stage. He missed Broadway. And Broadway is where he went. He played J. Bruce Ismay in the original production of Titanic. He became the wizard in the mega-hit musical Wicked, both on Broadway and on tour. He appeared on The West Wing, Law & Order, 30 Rock, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. The show had a beautiful sense of humor about his departure. When Steve came back for guest appearances, the writers poked fun at his real-life choice. His character got roasted for picking theater over a comfortable life. It was their way of saying, "We miss you, but we respect you." And 2 things about David Garrison that will catch you off guard. He graduated summa cum laude from Boston University in 1974. He went to high school at Freehold High in New Jersey, same school as a young Bruce Springsteen. And in his spare time, he is a licensed whitewater river guide. David Garrison is 73 years old today, a man who followed his heart to the stage and never looked back. All right, this is it. The moment you have been waiting for. The man at number 1. The man whose name is this show. Remember what I told you at the very beginning of this video. The man who sat on that couch, with his hand resting in his waistband, for 11 seasons, is now 80 years old. Edward Leonard O'Neill. Before he was Al Bundy, before television even knew his name, he was a kid from Youngstown, Ohio, the eldest of 5. His father was a steel worker and truck driver. His mother was a social worker. Irish American, Catholic, working class to the bone. Ed played defensive lineman at Youngstown State. During one college game, he hit a quarterback so hard he drew a 15-yard penalty. That quarterback was Roger Staubach, future Hall of Famer with the Dallas Cowboys. In '69, Ed got his shot. Signed as an undrafted free agent by the Pittsburgh Steelers, but in camp, he was up against 2 rookies, Joe Green and L.C. Greenwood, 2 men who would become cornerstones of the Steel Curtain. Ed was cut. He went home, worked in a steel mill, then walked back through the doors of his old high school, Ursuline High, and became a substitute social studies teacher, teaching kids about history while his own had not even started yet. Ed enrolled in the theater program at Youngstown State, moved to New York with $1,700, the money from selling his car, worked as a busboy, studied acting, waited. And in '87, a Fox executive saw him in a stage production of Mice and Men and asked him to audition for a new sitcom about a miserable shoe salesman. He walked through the Bundy front door for the first time. He sighed. He slumped into the couch. He slid his hand into his waistband. And television was never the same. 11 seasons, 2 Golden Globe nominations, the first hit show on the fledgling Fox network. A character so real that blue-collar America finally had someone on TV who looked like them. Then the second act. In 2009, Jay Pritchett on Modern Family. 11 more seasons, 4 Screen Actors Guild Awards, 3 Emmy nominations, 2 iconic sitcoms, 2 iconic patriarchs, 22 years of appointment television. In 2024, Ed showed his dramatic range in Clipped on FX, portraying Donald Sterling alongside Lawrence Fishburne, and now, the part I promised you from the very start. In 1991, Ed walked into a jiu-jitsu academy in Torrance, California. His friend, filmmaker John Milius, had introduced him to Rorion Gracie, eldest son of the family that founded Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Ed was 45, never set foot on a mat. Rorion, about 175 pounds, asked Ed, who weighed around 230, to hold him down for 3 seconds. Ed could not do it. He was hooked. For 16 years, through 2 legendary sitcoms and everything in between, Ed kept showing up. And in December 2007, at 61 years old, Rorion Gracie personally tied a black belt around Ed's waist. He is one of the only people outside the Gracie family to receive that honor directly from Rorion. He still trains today, at 80. When asked what he considered the greatest achievement of his life, Ed did not say married with children. He did not say Modern Family. He did not mention the Golden Globes or the Emmys or 22 years of making millions of people laugh. He said, getting my black belt. Apart from my children. Ed O'Neill is 80 years old today. Married to actress Catherine Russoff since 1986. 2 daughters, Claire and Sophia. A star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. From a steel mill in Youngstown, to a football field where he hit a future Hall of Famer, to a high school classroom, to a New York stage, to Al Bundy's couch, to Jay Pritchett's living room, to a jiu-jitsu mat where a man half his size taught him humility. That is one extraordinary life, and he is still living it. Before we go, a quiet moment. We are grateful today. Every main cast member of Married with Children is still with us in 2026. All 7 of them. That is rare. That is something to be thankful for. But the show was made by more than just the faces on screen. Writers, directors, producers, crew members, the people who built that living room, wrote those jokes, and made that theme song play week after week. Not all of them are still here. This moment is for them, for everyone behind the camera who helped create a show that brought families together for 11 seasons. Thank you for all of it. Well, here we are. We started this video with a man on a couch and a hand in a waistband, and we ended with a black belt, a Golden Globe, and 7 lives that kept moving long after the credits rolled. Time moves so incredibly fast, but these memories, they do not fade. They stay exactly where we left them. I want to ask you something. If you could go back, just for one evening, back to the late 80s or the 90s, back to that couch where you sat next to someone you loved, your mom, your dad, your best friend, with the TV on, the lights low, and that unmistakable theme song filling the room. What would you give to be there again? Just for one more night. Tell me in the comments, which of these stories surprised you the most? Was it Ed's black belt? Katey's rock and roll past? Ted's comeback on Shrinking? Christina's courage? And tell me, who was sitting next to you on that couch? I read every single comment, every story, every memory. They mean more to me than you will ever know. If this video brought back even one good memory, hit that thumbs up. It helps more people find these stories. And if you want to take this walk again with another cast, another show, another era, subscribe and turn on that bell. We do this every week. No clickbait, no filler, just the truth, told with respect. Love and marriage. Love and marriage. Thank you for watching. Thank you for remembering. And thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one.